Well, here I am. We've jumped a little bit in location. We're now on what we call Teramachi. This is the street that has a lot of graveyards and old shrines and old temples. We're gonna walk up here and I'm gonna show you two of these, but before we do that, we're gonna jump right in here a little bit and look at some of the graves so you can kind of understand what's going on. So I'll explain to you what I understand, but remember, I'm not an expert on all this stuff, shrine, graves and all that. So down here in the bottom, there's two doors there that can be opened up. And that's where they'll put the family's urns. Depending on the size and space in there, more or less determines how many generations or members of the family can be put in. Of course, they have some sayings and names of the family members and so on and so forth that are listed. But yeah, you can see in this area, this one on my left, this one here on my right, and these here are probably much newer than, say, this one here. But don't be confused. The family that put this one in here may have been just as wealthy as those families were when this was put in many, many, many years ago. But you can tell there's been some neglect occurred here. And again, as I said before, I'm going to watch real carefully because of the mamushi. I don't like snakes, and this is the kind of place that you'd find them a lot of times. You see there's several layers to this hillside. It goes all the way back up there, up that side and up that side. This gentleman here is kind enough to open this up for us and let us take a look. So I'm here with Jodo-san in this beautiful Otere temple here in Nagasaki. I'm going to give him a couple of questions. I'm going to do it in Japanese, so I'll translate that for you later. Okay. どういうふうにこの考え方が出てきましたか？
私の師匠、父ですけどもがここで35年ぐらい前に修行をしていて、父の姿を見て、後ろ姿を見て、私も父の後を追いたいなと。父が今自分の家でお寺をやってるんで、それ終わった後、自分がそこを告げるようにここでちょっと修行を行って。
失礼ですけれども、宗教的に対して仕事と宗教はね 違いますか？みんながね、世界で宗教はね、宗教です。でもお金がもらったら、
はい、
それは宗教かなという考え方があるんですけど、どう思いますか？
例えばですけど、葬儀する際にいくらですって決まってるっていうのは私の中でちょっと違うかなっていうのはあるんです。だから私が、生まれたお寺ではもともと葬儀やりますって言ったらお金は決まってないんです。もうそれぞれもう別にちょっと厳しいなら私たちのお寺はじゃあ分かりましたっていうことで。
分かった分かった。
はい、父はそういう姿を見て
そう
いう姿に私も憧れてこの道に入ったので、はい、
今着てるの洋服についてちょっと説明できますか？
いや私全然その辺の知識が全然なくてですね。
でも簡単に。
サムエって言って。
サムエ？
はい、サムエです。で衣と違っていろいろなんでしょう、掃除だとかいろいろ作業する際にこの姿になって。
色が意味ある？
色は
ないですか？
はい、特にないかと。私はちょっとわからないですけど。
OK。1ヶ月前これは始まった。
そうです。
でも生活が変わりましたって言われましたでしょ？どういうふうに変わったんですか？
もう自分のなんて言うんでしょう。もう例えば寝る時間、起きる時間、もうそれも全然違います。
何時？
だいたい9時にはもう自分寝てて、で起きるのは4時ですね。
4時？
はい。朝の4時に鈴が鳴るんで、それで起きます。
起きてからどうするの？
起きて、まず、顔とかを洗って、その後は座禅ですね。座禅に入って、そしたら座禅が終わると、その後朝のお勤めでみんなで、あそこが座禅する建物なんですけども。
あっちだ？
はい、そうです。あそこから歩いてきて、ここで朝のお勤めやって、そしたら朝ご飯って言って、行髪って言って、今日はあそこで座禅のところでご飯を食べたんですけど、そこでおかゆと食べて。
生徒じゃなくていいですか？何の生徒ですか？
生徒です。はい。
何人がいますか、ここは？
今は12、13人ぐらいですね。
男性の方だけですか？
男性だけです。
OK。Wow。だからそれ終わったからどうすればいい？昼ぐらい。
昼がまたこの姿になって、掃除ですね。
掃除
をいろいろずっとやって、で、掃除が終わるとまた昼のお勤めがあるので、
宗教の勉強の時間はいつやりますか？
夜ですね。
夜？
自分で時間を見つけて自分で勉強したりだとか。忙しいお寺なので、いろいろ檀家さんが来て、ここでお勤めしたり、いろいろみんな外に行ってお勤めしたりなので、自分の時間を見つけて自分で勉強したり。
生徒を通してお金もらえませんか？
はいはないですね。
ないですね。わあ、大変でしょ？
大変ですけど、でも楽しいです。
父と母からお金
それはちょっと
助けてもらって。
よかった。でも使うことがないの。全然。
やっぱり出られないでしょ？
出ないです。ずっと
食べ物とかいるものは全部置いてあるでしょ？
あります。だからないです。
だからいらないね、お金は。
全然いりません。
わお。ここに書いてあるのはね、読んでもらってもいいですか？
私読めないんです。
読めないんですか？漢字じゃないか。
読めないんです。
日本語でる。
はい。
そうですか。All right, I've come a little up the hill from this one, which is where we were at, right there, that complex. Just came up this big hill here, and we're coming into here. This temple here has, I've been here before many times, but this temple has more of a Chinese influence to it. And I'll show you here a little bit of what I'm talking about. Hopefully, maybe we can go inside. I've been in before. So, this outer building here that I think it contains some urns. It's like a mausoleum, if you will, but contains inside of there the remains of deceased people. Along with these, you can have something like that where you can put your names of your family in there into vaults. It's usually generally a little more economical than doing something outside because the outside takes more space and more money, therefore, right? So, this one has a very impressive structure here. It has the bell in it. And I'll take you over here and show you this. So this bell is rung at certain times. I've got junk stuck in there right now, but maybe I can step up here a little bit and kind of stick this in. All right. You can see it on the side there. It's got some stuff written, inscribed on it, and then over here it's got some etchings on the side too. And here's the pole that they would swing and smack the side of it there. That's where you would hit it, right there. See if I can get down below. There we go. Side there. It's got this stuff on the top. So I need to tell you, Nagasaki is famous for its cats. And this one is not a good representation of it, because his tail is longer. It would usually be about half that length. But these stray cats can be absolutely mean, nasty mean. Yeah, he just gave us a dirty look. I saw you. O namae wa nan desu ka?
私、架け橋と申します。
架橋さん。
はい。
この建物はいつが建ちましたか？
うわー、
何年？
もう、何できるか
なんか紙とか歴史のことはありますか？チラ
な。
シ。
歴史の一覧じゃない。
ないですか？ OK。じゃあ後で探します。
さあ、ごめんな
じゃあ
さい。
何の宗教ですか？ここ。
ここ、
浄土。
州。
浄土宗。OK。
はい。
じゃあ、ありがとうございます。
今から見て。
入ります。
あ、どうぞ。はい。
OK。どこでも行っていいですか？
いいですよ、どうぞ。
これ、白は誰ですか？
住職です。
はいはい。
住職は元原大義という。
OK。わかりました。ありがとうございます。じゃあ入ります。失礼します。こちらは何がある？
こっちはですね、そこから行ったら上に登ったら柔道剣道の道場が
入っていいですか？
あるんですが、もうここが今から7月7日以降にここ全部崩れます。
あ、そうなんです。なんで？
納骨堂を建てます。
あ、OK。だから入ってみていい？
入ってみてどうぞ。
僕は剣道が大好きだから。そうでしょ。Wow. This is a real treat for us to come in here. This second floor she's taken us up to is a kendo to nani?
柔道。
Judo, kendo and judo room where they 何年ぐらいおっしゃった？
もう、
300年？
そこまではないと思います。100年近く。もうここは。
Wow. This room has been used for over 100 years to teach kendo and judo in. まだ使ってますか？
使ってません。もう崩すので、皆さん別の道場に行かれました。
なんで？これは素晴らしいだから。
そう。でもここに納骨堂が立つので崩さないといけません。
剣道のものは全然ないですか？
あ、もう剣道も柔道も全部荷物運び出しました。処分しました。
別のところに。
別のところに。
Wow、残念ね。
残念ですね。本当に。はい。そうでしょう。そういう。はい。
I'm here with this gentleman. Can you tell me what your name is?
Hi, my name is Ben.
Ben, from originally
From London, England.
From London, England.
Yeah.
He's a good old British boy. And his relationship to this establishment is?
And so I met my wife in England, and my brother-in-law is a priest here.
Brother-in-law's a priest here. We were just talking briefly about the room upstairs where we just saw, where the kendo and the judo was being taught. And he mentioned that the judo had moved out of here approximately a year ago, and that the kendo was down to one final student. So hard to maintain a school with one student. I mean, it's possible, but it's hard to do that. So, my question to you would be this: living in such a huge establishment, don't you find it a little overwhelming from day to day to just keep it up to date?
It can be. Summer's very, for me, like I take care of all the grounds and stuff, so there's shortage due for the rainy season.
Yeah.
And I'm just constantly cutting and pruning and that. However, it balances out. I mean, this whole thing has been knocked down soon.
The whole thing's being knocked down?
Hence the dojo's been stripped of everything.
This half of it, or the whole building?
The main hall's staying. Everything here is going. The thing, what for me is a crying shame is, well, you said as well, but the dojo upstairs, the training hall.
Yeah.
That's been there since 1950, and
when it's gone, it's gone.
Do you know Kimura? Mind your head.
Yeah.
Do you know Kimura, the Japanese famous judo legend?
I'm not familiar with him.
So he actually came in and held seminars and stuff.
Oh my God.
It's called Yoseikan. I heard you speaking Japanese fluently, so you probably know this.
Well,
but,
I do a little bit.
Yoseikan is the actual school. But this looks. So this is staying.
This part is staying. It's not being torn down.
So,
Thank goodness for that.
You basically have this is called the shore in the reading room. You basically have this sort of in a like everything else is knocked down. So this will be on its own. The office for 2 or 3 years while everything's being rebuilt. The office will be moved in here.
Okay. Can I get this real quickly?
Yes, of course you can, please.
Thank you. And which god does this represent?
That's Buddha.
That's Buddha himself, huh? There you go. Okay, and this?
Oh, I think that's is it Hornan, the one who started up the school. See, I do know it sometimes and I forget it again. The one who started this branch of Buddhism.
Yeah. I often tell my subscribers and people that I run into that Japan's greatest art is in these types of facilities. There are one-offs that are on a wall or a ceiling, and they've been there since the day they were created, and they can't be moved because they're attached. But there's only one of them, you know? So, wow, the history here.
I mean, back in the day, this is where all the scripture was translated.
Yeah.
From like Chinese and Sanskrit into Japanese. Over there, but unfortunately I can't show you it because it's in the private quarters. But this will make you cry because that's a proper Japanese tea room. And that's
right there.
Yeah, that's coming down.
Right there.
Yeah. We'll go outside and get closer to it.
Can we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And it's getting knocked down.
That's getting knocked down.
How old is that?
God knows. I don't know.
But it's not possible to get in there.
No, I'm afraid not. No, that's the priest's private quarters. But I mean, this is. If I was going there, this is the wing where my wife and I lived in England. So we used to stay. It's the staircase going up there, and then there's like a living room, a bathroom, a bedroom, and that's we've had to seal that off about 2 years ago. It's all just collapsed in. So I mean, the whole place is falling apart.
Can I stick this over there a little bit closer?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, film anything you want there. It's fine.
But there's no way for them to separate that off without it getting destroyed.
No, I thought they were. I only found out recently. Everyone else are shown around here because that's someone show foreign visitors around or visitors. I've always said the showroom and the tea room are staying. Then my wife suddenly said, "I don't know why you keep saying that because that's going. It's been knocked down."
Maybe it
As
was,
I thought.
maybe it was deep down inside a secret hope that it would stay. Can I go over here a little bit?
Yeah, of course, please. I thought it was I thought like the shore and there was some sort of, what they call Isan, like a sort of national heritage.
Well, you got to wonder if there might be, but maybe nobody's even looked in to see if it was. Because you don't find tea houses like that.
You don't find tea houses, don't find dojos.
No.
There was a massive fire, as is not unusual in Japan and temples.
Yeah.
Which in 1950, so it destroyed the main hall and the mausoleum behind it. So this actually only dates from 1950.
Wow.
The Genkan just outside there, there was a fire in 2010. So that was completely rebuilt.
So they're tearing down some parts of this facility because it's just rotten.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
So this dates to the 1950s.
This is from 1950.
This has a big influence from China, does it not? This sect? I mean, some of the architecture in here kind of reminds me a bit of a Chinese architecture.
It does, yeah. Oh, that up there, they were moved from the dojo.
These were moved from the dojo?
Now, this was actually because my brother-in-law, he stuck them out of the trash.
And you brought it back.
And I was like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, sorry, priest. He didn't do it, but he was like,
can do it. It's
he
his.
was like, no, you're absolutely right. Actually, he said, thank you, because they're kind of precious. So that's your your seikan, and that's your seikan, isn't it? The rules of it all.
Who was teaching? Was it your brother-in-law?
No, his father, who passed away whenever it was, he was the judo teacher. His father before, as well as a priest. His father before that was a judo teacher as well as a priest. Then it was Nakamura Sensei, who actually saw the atomic bomb. He was a soldier stationed on Gunkanjima. I studied under Nakamura Sensei. He passed away in early 2007, and then there was a gap then of a couple of years, and then another guy took over as a judo reservist. Really nice guy, huge. That was great, and his name's gone out of my head. But basically, a lot of the time it's just me, Futoshi-san, another black belt, and the teacher, and it was like almost like a personal lesson, private lesson.
Of course, just three of you. One sensei and two students, so you could do your sparring, and he would tell you and give you instruction. So, I'm here at the Jodo Shu temple, getting ready to leave after we've just had this wonderful tour. Ben from England, from London, England, and he's told me a bit of the history, as you'll see in this video. But one sad thing that he shared with me is that they're getting ready to tear down this half of it, for the majority of it, because of age, and the shape of the building is just not safe anymore. So fortunately for us, we got here in time to be able to see this before it gets torn down and recorded, and show it to you out there. We hope you've appreciated seeing this. Ben's got a few last words maybe he'd share with us before we take off.
About the Genkan?
Yep.
So there was one of the problems of temples in Japan are fires. So there was an electrical box there which should have been removed long before, and one night it set everything on fire here. And when I actually arrived in Japan to live in 2010 February, this was all shuttered off, and so this only dates from 2010. And all in here, this is all new build because it was destroyed by smoke.
But all that's going to be destroyed too.
I think so, yeah. I don't think they can leave. There's some reason why they can't.
So this
So,
all new.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it's all fairly newish,
Yeah.
but they have to tear it down
I think
because
so,
it's
yeah.
connected to the old, and
Yeah.
they're going to rebuild a new facility here. So maybe sometime in the next five years or so, they'll have that up. We can come back, and Ben might be willing to show us around. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
Okay, best of luck.
And you.
See ya.
Take care.
All right, leaving Jodo Shu Temple here. That is another graveyard up there, big, huge one up inside there. This place is a maze, absolutely a maze, but it's amazing at the same time. So headed out here. Here's some schoolboys coming home from school. Konnichiwa. 学校終わった？どうですか？See, all the way up there it goes. Konnichiwa. So you may have seen this on other people's videos, but this right here is attached to a bell up there. And you would stand here, you would clap, you would grab a hold of this, swing it really hard to make it ring, step back and clap again. That's to get the attention of the gods or deities, and then you would pray to them and offer up your thoughts and see if they could help you out. And again, here's another example of one of these well-preserved old bells. We come around here, you can see it. I hope you appreciate how rare an opportunity that was for us to go in there and do that. Don't worry, I didn't break any real rules, but certainly was not something normal to get that close up in there like that. Nope, smoke from up there. Well, as we get one last peek into here, I just wanted to thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hit that big like thumb button if you can, please. I appreciate it. And until next time, as usual, John A.